Okay. Oh, what's happening?
I think it might be just too slow. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I will turn off my camera then.
Yeah, maybe it would be better if we just have sound.
Okay, my presentation is: do Russian and Kazakh influencers differ in their impact upon public opinion in Kazakhstan? So, let us begin. Today, academic research shows that the nature of impact caused by social media influences may vary depending on the language-based communicative culture. We use frame analysis in bilingual Kazakhstani social media to trace differences in the impact on influences and the potential upon communicative public opinion. So framing analysis is largely a method used to analyze how people understand situations and events. So the concept of framing is based on the assumption that the person makes a decision depending on the form in which information is presented. So we looked at the Russian-speaking and Kazakh-speaking publications, including the ethnic Russian, Kazakh, Uzbek, Uyghur, and Kyrgyz groups affect the public opinion in representative language communities in the Kazakhstan. So we have 3 questions to discuss. How does first of all, how does emotional polarization show up in online discussions? The second is how to trust and distrust show up in user texts. And the third, representatives of public authorities present as discussant in the cases. So the first case is about Kazakh language. Before the independence of the Kazakh people back in 1989, the Kazakh language received the status of the state language. In 1995, a constitutional decision was made in Article 7 of our constitution. In the Republic of Kazakhstan, the Kazakh language is the state language. However, the Kazakh language, which received the status of the state language 30 years ago, actually cannot achieve its real status. In 1993, only 37% of students studied in the Kazakh. So in 2014, the number increased only to 49%. And in 2022-2023, the academic year of 120,439 graduates have already graduated from Kazakh language schools. This is just over 70% of total number of graduates, though the situation is slowly but changing. As you can see, this is the digital data measures by Yandex.kz counting tools on the topic turned out to be highest, both in terms of the number of user responses and social media networks demonstrates this tension. So as you can see, the topic Kazakh language is sensitive throughout the 2023, the year 2023. From time to time, public is actually occurred to discuss this and the most unexpected places. The next one is the another aspect of this is that Kazakh language is making the, switching to the Latin alphabet. And this is a very interesting part because this Kazakh language theme is a transition to the Latin script. maybe the creation of the alphabet in the Latin script was officially approved in 2017, and it is also very towards the topic of switching to the Latin alphabet constantly on the pulse of the society, and it's very hard to making it still, because it is very hard topic to discuss for Kazakh people. So the case 2, the film Borat, Cultural Learning of America for Make Benefit Glorious Nation of Kazakhstan, appeared back in 2006. The creator of the film about the fiction Kazakh journalist Borat Sagdiyev is a British comedian and director Sacha Baron Cohen. Probably you have seen already this movie. The first reaction to the festival preview of the film was an article by our ambassador of Kazakhstan to the UK, Yerlan Idrisov, published on October 4 in 2006 in The Guardian magazine, where he stated that Sacha Baron Cohen created an entirely fictional country, a cruel, primitive, and oppressive place which he called Kazakhstan, but has nothing to do with the real Kazakhstan. So this reaction was very sharply and crucial for Kazakh people. However, in 2012, the head of the Republican Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Yerzhan Kazakhanov, said that since the release of the film, the number of tours to Kazakhstan has increased very sharply. With the release of this film, the number of visas issued to Kazakhstan increased more than 10 times. This is a big victory for us, and I'm grateful that Borat for helping attract tourists to Kazakhstan. So the appearance of the second film in 2020 by British comedian Cohen sharpened the tense of national dignity of the Kazakhs. This is already clear today that Borat 2 for Kazakhstan will be comparable to use of an information attack. An example will be search and negative reactions. So I will show you another Borat's name. The rapper 50 Cent came here to Kazakhstan, and he has published his own reaction when he gave a concert here in Almaty. And this was caused a strong negative reaction, especially among youth of Kazakhstan, after he posted on social network that Almaty was incendiary. If I weren't for the Borat movie, you wouldn't know that I'm talking about. I'm global. So you can see here. So actually, that was really, you can see that it's more than 9,000 reactions and comments there, and it's mostly from the Kazakh people. So here is the reaction, because Borat was silent in 2023, and because of this 50 Cent post, the reaction actually sharply increased in this diagram. So the case 3, the topic is of protecting women's rights in Kazakhstan, is very pressing nowadays. Probably you hear this Bishimbayev case. So according to public organization, dozens of women are subjected to abuse, low self-esteem, and assault, which sometimes ends tragically. Typically, for this reason, such a lack of housing, like large families, probably low level of education, or low communication culture. So this person involved why was so big, because this person is a former advisor for our first president, and he is ex-minister of our national economy, and his wife, whom he mercilessly killed for a long time and then tried to hide the crime. So this is a big case nowadays, and it's still going on. At the moment, the court is hearing the case, and for the first time in Kazakhstan history, this case can be watched live. And even right now, tomorrow will be the online at YouTube too. So everything is so transparent. This live broadcast help people understand how the court operates, so possibly learn some legal aspects from themselves. And of course, that we see the story of this former minister of the economy. This is a very, for the very first time in Kazakhstan, is very interesting. And the second one is Maksatu Sienov. He is a young man who hit a lot of people in 2013 with his BMW car, and he actually succeeded in making peace with the father of some people, deceased people, which later resulted in an alteration of legislation, so in the criminal code of Republic of Kazakhstan. So in this case, we can say that nowadays the approach of resolving conflicts through this reconciliation of the parties is forbidden right now. So the digital data on the topic of domestic violence in 2023, you can see that is began interested because of this court. And I think that's all.